Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Two men brutally murdered in separate incidents in Westmoreland. Two men, including an elderly farmer, were brutally killed in separate incidents within 24 hours in Westmoreland. The deceased have been identified as 62-year-old Gladstone Morris of Betheltown and 27-year-old Elroy Brown of Mount Stewart District, both in Westmoreland. In the first incident, Morris was believed to have been strangled by his attackers after he was found with a shoelace tied around his neck, his hands and feet bound, and his mouth gagged inside his house on Tuesday morning. The Betheltown police report that about 8 a.m. an alarm was raised by residents after Morris' vehicle was found abandoned in Mayfield District in Hanover. After being summoned to the area, the police inspected the vehicle and found several household items believed to have been the property of Morris. Lawmen later proceeded to Morris' house, where his lifeless body was found. His body was removed to the morgue pending a post-mortem. Meanwhile, Brown is suspected to have been killed and his home set ablaze with his body still inside on Wednesday morning. According to reports, about 12:45 a.m., residents of Mount Stewart heard explosions coming from Brown's house and later saw the structure ablaze. The police and the fire department were summoned and cooling down operations were conducted. The charred remains of Brown was later found among the rubble. The Westmoreland police have launched separate probes into the incidents. Some PNP supporters ignore plea to stay home for Parliament opening. Despite repeated pleas for them to stay home, a handful of hardcore People's National Party (PNP) supporters have made their way to the intersection of Duke and Sutton Streets to greet their members of Parliament and senators who are attending the ceremonial opening of Parliament now underway. There are no supporters of the governing Jamaica Labour Party (JLP) supporters at their traditional gathering spot at the intersection of Dirk and North Street. Today's resumption of Parliament is highlighted by the annual throne speech from the Governor-General in the morning and the tabling of the annual estimate of expenditure by the government in the afternoon. Many customers set to benefit from NWC system upgrade in St. James. The National Water Commission (NWC) has recently completed a major system improvement in St. James, the Westgate Pipeline upgrading project. The Commission spent over $40 million to lay approximately 1 kilometer of 500 millimeters 20-inch pipes along the Westgate to Adelphi Main Road, replacing some older pipes that were not only susceptible to frequent breakage but were smaller in diameter. The move resulted in an upgraded pipeline infrastructure as well as increased supply reliability to areas such as West Village, Tucker, Fairfield, Granville, and Estuary housing scheme. For Estuary alone, over 2,000 customers are to benefit. The Commission's Vice President of Operations, Kevin Kerr, stated that the completion of the critical capital project is expected to greatly advance the NWC's mission of providing a more dependable water supply for a significant number of its customers. We are pleased at the completion and confident that customers will experience and appreciate the improved service, said Kerr. Engineer Keon Scarlett expressed gratitude to the project team for staying the course and to residents and commuters who were impacted during the project period. We stayed committed to the task at hand, even with the challenges presented by the current pandemic, and we were determined to see it to the desired end, said Scarlett. All in all, the results outweigh the challenges, and the customers will reap the gains, he added. 294 new COVID cases, 3 more deaths, including 31-year-old. A 31-year-old female from Kingston and St. Andrew is among the latest COVID-19 victims to die from the illness in Jamaica, as the country recorded an additional 3 deaths from the coronavirus on Wednesday. The other fatalities during the 24-hour period are of a 71-year-old female from Manchester and a 58-year-old male from St. Elizabeth, bringing the overall coronavirus death toll in Jamaica to 384. There was, however, one death involving a COVID-19 patient that is under investigation and another that has been classified as coincidental. In the meantime, the country recorded 294 new COVID-19 cases from 1,293 samples and 46 recoveries on the day. The 294 newly confirmed COVID-19 cases bring the total number of cases on record for the island to 20,310, while the 46 recoveries mean that 12,781 persons have now recovered from the virus in Jamaica. Of the newly confirmed cases, 153 are females and 141 are males, with ages ranging from 63 days to 90 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew 117, St. Catherine 92, St. James 34, Clarendon 13, St. Anne 13, Westmoreland 8, Manchester 7, Hanover 6, St. Mary 2, St. Thomas 1, and Portland 1. There are 22 moderately ill patients and 21 critically ill patients among the 6,939 active cases now under observation in Jamaica. Grange advises creatives to take estate planning seriously. Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sports, Olivia Grange, is encouraging creative practitioners to take estate planning seriously, particularly given the current uncertainties related to COVID-19. The minister said that the pandemic has served as a harsh reminder of the morality and the financial viability of the culture and creative industries. Citing an industry-wide survey conducted by the ministry, Grange noted that 95.5% of the 320 respondents experienced loss of income due to the pandemic. The average estimated total financial loss of income for the month of March 2020 was 1.6 million for micro-entrepreneurs. In fact, the Rebuild Jamaica COVID-19 Economic Recovery Task Force Report 2020 indicates that the total estimated level of economic activity of the entertainment, culture and creative industries is 84.1 billion, excluding economic activities generated from intangibles such as trademarks, music catalogs and images, she said. I have shared these figures with you so that you may begin to quantify the economic impact of COVID-19 and understand the importance of estate planning in these most uncertain times, she noted. Grange was addressing the fourth installment of the ministry's Estate Planning and Pension Symposium for creative practitioners held virtually Tuesday. She said that the staging of the events was born out of the need to provide Jamaican creatives with the requisite skills and knowledge so that they can put their houses in order, and is in keeping with the ministry's commitment to work together a formally organized and data-driven entertainment industry. She noted that the objective is to put entertainers in an informed position to make the most appropriate arrangements for their estate. Grange said that the entertainment division of the ministry recorded the deaths of 19 Jamaican reggae and dancehall artists between September 1, 2016 and September 1, 2017. An estimated 40 to 50% of whom died in estate or their families need support for funeral expenses. In our culture, sometimes the subject of estate planning and will preparation is appropriate with varying degrees of apprehension. Some of us are superstitious and believe that talking about these matters may bring bad luck. I am here to remind you that by failing to prepare, you as preparing to fail. So let us not consider these conversations as dead arguments or anything that will salt you up, the minister added. We have to approach estate planning with the same importance that we assign to our driver's license, passport renewal, or statutory obligations, she added. Grange said that the entertainment, culture, and the creative industries have been and will continue to be, long after COVID, a significant economic drive of domestic and international growth. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.